I'm John, and tonight I want answers about price fixing, the Ground Zero Mosque, and the Tea Party.
You already forgot it, didn't you?
I already forgot it.
You practiced
There's
it
no
like 9
stopping us
times.
now, because we're live.
Unless you forget the line, in which case...
Where's my... I need a title. I need John...
This is a long intro.
Okay. Check your calendar. If it says September 23rd, 2010, then we're live. Only if you're watching KMVT.
Right now.
Right now. If it's on your DVR, it's not live for you now, but it was moments ago when you taped it. So, tonight...
If their DVR got this, they should send it back and get it fixed under warranty.
It's going to be an interesting show tonight because our deco, which, if you don't know what a deco is...
Thank your lucky stars. Because it means you're less of a geek than us.
It's a title machine. It's a machine that puts titles on the screen.
Yeah.
So you know what's going on.
It's half broken.
So we have 3 titles for you tonight. That's one of them.
Yeah.
And you saw the first one. And later tonight, there'll be a 3rd title you will see.
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
But those are the only 3 titles. So like
Only
watch when they switch to me.
There'll be
there'll be no title.
no title for you.
No one will know who I am. I'm incognito.
Now, our loyal viewers may be confused because today is the 4th Thursday of the month.
Yes.
And they're expecting to see me on the 2nd Thursday of the month.
No, they're not.
Well, if
They're always surprised if they see you because it means they couldn't think of anything else to do.
We're supposed to be on September 9th, but then we kind of got canceled.
Yeah. Well, NASA called.
We didn't tell the station that we wanted to keep on doing a show.
Yeah, and they'd seen the first 2 and
they
figured
saw a few,
we'd come to our senses.
and they assumed
that we were
these
smart
guys,
and had given up.
These guys don't want to do a show anymore, so they canceled us.
Yeah.
So we were still on the TV schedule, but we didn't have the studio schedule.
Yeah.
So they asked, do you still want to continue with this travesty? And we're like, yes.
Well, you were.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of doing it as a favor.
Oh,
I mean,
thanks.
yeah.
But so you saw reruns, but it's not bad because last month's episode wasn't that bad. It had a good start, it had a good end.
Yeah.
And the middle was informative.
If kind of dry
If
and
kind
boring.
of dry and boring.
Yeah.
But I thought it was very informative.
Yeah, that's because you made me promise not to lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, so we found out we were off the schedule.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, we want to be back on it. And they're like, no, sorry, we're cleaning our prop room.
And let me tell you, the prop room was very clean when we got here.
And I said, like, can you move the prop room cleaning? And like, no, they can't. And that reminds me of when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And I asked out a girl, and she's like, no, I got to wash my hair Friday night. That's what that felt like.
Yeah.
It felt like, being dissed by
I didn't even
the
get
pretty
that
girl.
excuse in high school.
No?
I just got no.
No.
No. You're in the AV club. No.
If you've never seen the show before, this
Which
is
you
like...
haven't. You haven't. No one
This is
watches.
a courtroom drama.
It's not a courtroom drama.
I'm the prosecutor.
You're a terrible prosecutor.
My guest will be the expert witness, and you at home will be the jury, and you'll decide whether to convict or acquit the topics. It's the topics that are on trial. Someone asked, what's on trial? It's the topics that are on trial. My guest tonight is Keith Stattenfield.
You'd know that if there were tags, but there's not.
Yes. Keith is a host of Keith Explains, which is a great show.
Yes.
Keith explains a variety of topics, but sometimes, often, he lies.
I do.
But not tonight.
Not on this
Tonight
show.
he'll be telling the truth.
I have pledged to tell only the truth.
Keith Explains
or
is
things that John can't easily verify.
within the moments we're here.
Or later, because you went home and Googled a bunch of stuff after that first show.
So after next month, I will tell you everything he lied about when I do the research.
What did I lie about last time?
Actually, we looked. We couldn't find any lies. Outright lies.
That just means I'm clever.
You're getting better.
Yeah.
So your show's on at 8:30 Wednesdays.
I think so.
Yeah. And you're my guest because you're a news junkie, a history buff, and a philosophy major.
Yes.
We'll be taking your tweets. So if you want to tweet us, we're at John Wants Answer on the Twitter. There's no S. because the S stands for suck, and we don't. So there's no S on the end. John wants answer.
What about the other two S's?
Ignore those. You can also follow us on Facebook. We won't be reading your Facebook comments tonight.
We could.
Live.
I mean, we're not going to.
Well,
but-
yeah, we're not going to. Facebook.com/JohnWantsAnswers.
Yeah,
On
it does
Facebook,
suck.
we suck.
Yeah.
But Twitter, we don't suck. No S.
No. What about on TV?
This is great stuff.
The
This is
jury,
gold.
the jury will have
The
to.
jury's got to decide if this is good or not. Okay.
They've already flipped over to Matlock.
Now, this would have been September 9th if we had our regular scheduled time.
Do you want me to pretend it's September 9th?
No.
Because I would be lying if I did that, and I promise not to.
I'm just saying
Okay?
it would have been 3 days after Labor Day,
Yes.
which means we can no longer wear white after Labor Day.
That's correct.
So I'm wearing the red, you're wearing the black.
I must
and
confess
other
I have white socks on, and so do you.
Well, I don't think that applies to the white after Labor Day. First question, where's white? Why can't you wear white after Labor Day?
There's really no good reason why you can't wear white after Labor Day. It's one of those stupid made-up rules that they made up to try to make poor people feel bad about their lives.
I don't watch Sex and the City, but I've been in rooms where someone is watching Sex and the City, and they mention it on that show, I think, sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, in some vague sense, you used to not wear white after Labor Day because the weather started getting cold, and white clothes tended to be more summery. So you didn't want to wear
cooler?
summery clothes during winter. But first of all, it doesn't make any sense because Labor Day, it's only Labor Day in America, right? I mean, Labor Day in Europe is in like March. So that would be you can't wear white after March.
I think it's an American.
And like brides are allowed to wear white, whatever the heck they want, because they're the bride and it's all about them.
So you have no
So
good
they don't
answer.
quite know why. I mean, they don't know where this rule came from, but they think it was just some rule that they made up so that maybe rich people could feel bad about themselves for doing something wrong.
Okay.
Because
I'm
poor people
sure-
would wear white whenever they needed clothes. I mean, if you got one pair of pants and they're white, you're wearing those pants after Labor Day.
I think next month, during the corrections
Yeah?
section of the show, we'll be mentioning this conversation.
Wow.
I predict.
Okay,
We'll
okay.
see. We have feedback on our show. People have written in, and
Person is written in.
we know we have 2 letters.
Wow.
Well-
That does count as people.
This is feedback. I'm not sure if it was written in or not. I think I got an email about this, actually. True. Okay. My friend Scott said, and I quote, I'm quoting, "This might be the best TV show I have ever seen." Now, Scott is a semi-professional TV watcher.
Yes.
He has participated in 24 hours of TV.
Yes, he has. We don't know why, but he's done it.
And he's done some
more
other
than once.
things. Well, that second time was 24 hours of watching a movie series. There's like the Apes movies.
Didn't they also do like let's watch Lord of the Rings in order off the Blu-ray DVDs?
No, I don't think it was that.
Maybe that's some other geek
They just
friend of
did
mine.
like 15 minutes of
Yeah.
a show at a time and switch channels.
Yeah, they switched
But-
channels randomly every 15 minutes
My point
and blogged
is,
about it.
My point is, expert TV watcher, this is the best TV show he has ever seen.
No, this might
This
be.
might be the best
Yes.
TV show
This-
he's ever seen.
Note that if you replace the word best with worst, right, it could still be true. This might be the worst TV show I've ever seen.
I think it's clear he'd know that by now. Okay, another letter we got. Actual letter from an actual viewer with an actual question.
Right,
he
because
wants
you
answers.
couldn't print fake crap out on paper.
I couldn't do this if this was not a real letter. And he writes, "Hi, John. I heard you were interviewing folks at the Mountain View Art and Wine Festival."
Were you?
Which is true.
How'd it go?
It was very hot.
Did anyone punch you?
No, we went to booths and we interviewed people saying, "Hey, tell us about your stuff."
Yeah?
And they did. We said, "Thank you." We moved on.
Oh.
It's going to be live, but another technical difficulty
When I did that,
prevented
people
that.
tried to punch me.
Did you? I kind of understand the questions you would ask.
Yeah, that's why.
So that's, yeah. Anyways,
I tended to say things like, really? Bears? You thought this was a good idea? Yeah.
Matt writes,
Matt. Hi, Matt.
"I saw some of the festival organizers having a conversation with local store owners who were advertising bottled water and soda from their storefront for less than comparable products at the festival tents.
Wow.
Eventually, one event organizer moved the merchant's price sign onto the back of the cooler. When we walked by, the merchant was still telling people the same price, but there was no signage.